as we look at the headshots here, Rosie. Callum Robson, Liam O'Brien, Ezekiel Lau anticipating the hooter and the start of the heat underway, and Liam O'Brien on the first wave. O'Brien looking smooth in some challenging conditions, and the young man from Burleigh Heads looking like he's off to a great start here in the elimination round, and hangs on for the finish, gets the job done. Maybe a little bit more on the inside, and again, Rosie, that full jet ski assist. Here comes our Red Bull jet ski for the pickup. Another look at it, Rosie. Liam O'Brien.
Yeah, I really enjoyed the way that he timed that bottom turn to meet that cupped out section, and then kind of burns a little bit of speed. You don't want to get too far out on the open face today with that wind, and he does so well to stay in the critical part of the wave and finish on his feet. Gets a little bit caught up there, but the completion, the first ride of the morning, you know, you got to give him the advantage of just having that solid start. Liam just laying in that back arm, chunky piece of water to negotiate, and he's able to stay on his feet. He's like an elastic band. You can tell he's got a lot of flexibility.
Well, we got another member of our broadcast crew down the steps, so we're going to wait for that, because Callum Robson, second year on the championship tour out of Evans Head, Australia, on his first wave. Robson up, and not a lot of opportunity for last year's runner-up Callum Robson here. We're taking a look at that replay right now, Rich, and just a distinct difference in wave selection, Rosie, I think is going to be key to success right now. Yeah,
but I also think if that big section presents itself, just go for it hammer and tong. And I think it's so easy to lose track of your competitors, not see the priority rotation, and let's go. Zeke's going to have a go at this.
Roll in for Lau. Needs to clear some white water. He's on his toes right there. Jumbled water is not going to give him any opportunity. He's going to ride this wave in just to position himself at this point for a pickup from the Red Bull jet ski.
So, I mean, what we're seeing there, it's kind of like a throwaway in the rotation. Is that it just this cascading, big looping sections just drop on you.
Giving himself a second chance, goes for the big layback. Slash and incomplete, so now
there is nothing better than the coming out of the blocks with a keeper. I mean, a 617 today, you know, you'd be happy with that start. Here we see again Liam using his priority now in wave number 2.
O'Brien, after opening up with a 6.17, which is going to be a handy score right now, finding some more open face. Easy on the rails here. Loads up, oncoming section, snaps it with authority. A little bit of jumbled water to deal with and gets the finish. So it's going to be a commanding lead at this point for Liam O'Brien in this matchup, Rose.
Choice will be paramount here today at Bells Beach. And Liam has got it on tap. He started with that with 617, as you said. It's really those first 2 turns have been just so well timed, and he made short work of that big cascading whitewater section. And again, it's nearly a carbon copy finish. You know, Kuiper, you touched on the power of the wave. You can see it right here. Even that's not easy.
No, not easy to finish. Take a look at it in slow motion. You can see the technique and meeting this oncoming section, Rosie, but the real challenge is riding out of it.
It is. I mean, you can tell how it's refracting up at him. So Liam does so well. That part right there is super tricky as that.
Okay, we had a paddle by Callum Robson in the red jersey, and he did lose priority. Ezekiel Lau with a better chance, better looking wave here for the young Hawaiian. Big slash there. That's more like it. Hammer time for Ezekiel Lau. Now he's just going to have to be patient through this middle section. And going pretty flat, so just a series of cutbacks. Not a lot of points on offer for those maneuvers. Needs something substantial for the finish. Lau loads up, snaps it once. That's what he's going to get, and that'll be the first meaningful score, Rosie, for Ezekiel Lau. And now, in contrast, Bugs, this is a look of Ezekiel Lau's wave. He had a big first turn, but then, like you said, went pretty flat after that.
Yeah, went pretty flat after that, but, you know, it was a clever ride in that he capitalized on that great first turn by sticking with this. And this is Bells is so typical to go flat on some of these waves. You've got to stay with them, because that last finishing maneuver, it's basically an extra point, maybe a point and a half. off. And Zeke just makes clean work of it. It was a kind of a safe move, but atypical kind of Bell's wave where you got that big flat section in between the bowl and the inside section.
Ooh, water angle here. Liam O'Brien, our heat leader, and Liam banging some sections, coming around here. Long wall in front of him, has to clear that white water. No problem for Liam. Difficult foam climb there and some jumbled water. Aims for the finish, snaps the finish, needs to hang on, sure-footed, and goes complete. Liam O'Brien looking good.
Yeah, I mean, look at the way that he's just able to attack that first section. He wants to keep his speed up and stay out in front of it. Hits that lip line right there, gets a little bit hung up. I'm sure he would have wanted to hit that more critical section, but the way that he's able to really transition onto the rail here, works to his white water, you can see he's kind of burnt off the speed. Now he starts to really crouch down and anticipate that closing section. That for me is one of the best turns of the heat. Just look at the way he attacks that lip line.
You know, it's a much more, you know, vertical attack on that wave. The bowl was thick, it was powerful.
Here we go. Ezekiel Lau. Foamy wave here for Lau. And maybe just a repositioning, or maybe he sees something down the line. Not a lot going on so far. Clean water in front of him now. Throws it with authority. And there you go for Ezekiel Lau, number 86. Rosie, this is a replay of Ezekiel.
I feel like Zeke went straight off the ski, found that piece of white water, paddled his heart out, and then really was hoping for this wave to stand up and offer him a little bit more. This maneuver, insane. Like, I love that attack of the lip. He does get a little bit hung up, but I think Zeke's really trying to surf into rhythm at the moment. He's throwing everything at it. The surfing is right there. I just want to see him on a better wave with a bit more quality to it. But really cool watching his technique on that layback. He's done so well this heat to read the conditions and really make the most of it. Zeke Lau, he's up and riding. This guy, it seems like he's trying to surf into rhythm. He's taking off on these waves. He's got a lot of intent, but there's also flashes of frustration as we watch him just try and wind down. You touched on it, those transitional maneuvers. The judges want to see you kind of stand up on your feet and then just hammer those big sections. So Zeke's done a lot of work on this wave, a lot of energy spent, but it really hasn't offered him anything of consequence.
Yeah, he had to do a big last move, but you know, it was a speculator. I mean, he just got off the ski once again. You could see he was on the outside.
Oh, here comes something, Bugs. Looks like Liam again. Yeah,
Callum not interested. He's not interested in that one. Liam once again, this time probably well left by Callum on that occasion. He's been very, very selective.
The dynamics of this heat and how the guys are going to play these last under 6 minutes.
Guys, at this moment, Callum needing a 5.16. Looks like he's taking a look at this. Up and riding. Just a little check turn, some foamy face there for Lau. Negotiates on the rail through a lot of foam on the face. Hoping for a double up on the inside here. Really anticipating some type of finish. And it looks like just having a swing at it. I don't know if this is going to really improve upon Ezekiel's scoreline by the look of this wave. And he would have to do better than a 4.33, Bugs. What do you think?
And now we've got a situation where we had one of those big rolling whitewater waves on the outside, and they're battling in this. You know, there's lots of whitewater. That's another element that, you know, you kind of nearly got to get rid of that. But Zeke Lau, once again, just as we were saying before, that speculator on the outside, he chipped in. Callum wasn't in position to get this one, Rosie.
Yeah, I don't even think this would offer up the 5 that Callum would need. When I looked at this wave, you saw all of those sets come through. You knew this was going to have a milky face to it, start to finish. So, again, Zeke, like you said, he's rolling the dice. He's going on anything. But should he be wasting his energy on that type of wave? It could improve. I don't know if that's going to improve his situation.
This is going to be his last swing at it at the 22nd mark. Rolls into this one. Good looking wave so far. Sharp on the rail for a roundhouse cutback. Nice little figure 8 for Callum Robson. One more time, easing through a cutback. Pretty tapered wall so far. Needs some work at the end. 5.16 is the mark that he needs to reach. Hooter's gonna sound. Robson still on his feet. Robson needs a finish, needs a big finish. Has to tap dance through this flat section. Surfing way down the beach. It's a long wave, multiple maneuvers, but were there the impactful maneuvers that it is going to take to get that score, Bugs?
I don't see it. You know, that wave, even when he took off on the whitewater, it had just passed the bowl section.
As we see Liam O'Brien taking the froth in, we're going to go to a Bonsoy brew break, and we will be back with the official scores from Elimination Heat #1 here at the Rip Curl Pro Bells Beach.